Hi there. Okay, so today what we're going to do is, in our study with specific phobias, we have a patient here today. His name's Gregory Ebert, and he has a specific phobia that he deals with on a daily basis. And he's here today in the studio, and what we're going to have him do is basically ask him some questions about his phobia, how he has to deal with it every day in his daily life, maybe why he thinks he has the fear, and possibly even have him face a little bit of it today. And we know that Greg is also undergoing therapy right now, so we will keep that in mind as we go on. So here we go. We're going to start an interview with Gregory. Hey there, Gregory. How are you doing today?
Doing good, and yourself?
I'm well. All right. So we know you're undergoing therapy right now, and we know talking about your phobia does still stress you out a little bit. So if at any time you need to take a break, have a drink of water, there's a glass of water next to you.
Okay.
You're welcome. Feel free to. We also have your therapist here, so if at any time you need to, redo your deep muscle relaxation, I know that's been part of your therapy. Just we'll stop the cameras and everything that you need, and we'll get back on track. So, to begin with, can you tell me what your phobia is?
Well, I guess it's the fear of being trapped somewhere at night, but I really am just afraid of the forest at night, because it's really bad because you don't know what's going to be in there, and it's really dark, and I don't know. I'm fine with dark rooms for the most part, but when I get outside in I guess that open environment, it's just really hard to deal with.
And do you know maybe why you have come to have this fear?
Well, I guess really it's just it's gotten worse and worse over the years. When I was a kid, when I was really young, I actually got stuck in the forest for I think it was more than a day actually, and I remember the nighttime was the worst. Because I don't know, just not being able to see what's going on around you, and all the noises that happen at night is really scary out there. And now whenever I go out in the forest, I just get really scared that maybe I'll get trapped there again. And I just...
Now, Gregory, I want to ask you, when you started this interview, did you take a look at your surroundings?
What?
Could you please take a look outside?
Can we go to a different room maybe?
Now, Greg, you weren't anxiety stricken at all before, and you've been by big trees, and so you're okay, all right? So we're just trying to show you that the fear is not necessary.
I'm fine, but can we just go to another room?
All right, just close your eyes. Now, your therapist told me to do this for you. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Sit forward. Put your hands down. Now, think back the anxiety hierarchy that your therapist made with you. Now go to the lowest point on your anxiety hierarchy. You take a deep breath, and we've calmed down a little bit. Just open your eyes. Are you okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do, Greg, is we're just going to go outside, and I know that makes you nervous, but you're calm. Just remember your relaxation, remember what your therapist told you. We're just going to take a short ride outside, and we'll continue from there, okay? Let's go.
I think it's better I don't see what's wrong with just avoiding forest altogether, because what's the point? What if I get trapped there again?
But if you were, say, on a trip with friends, and you were, camping by a lakeside, and there's a forest a couple minutes walk, and your friends all want to go. It's daylight. Would you have any problems going there?
I would not go. That's not a good idea.
But it's daytime, and you'll be with a lot of people, and why does that so concern you?
I don't know. It's just it's the way whenever I'm just getting in the forest, I just get anxious and I get nervous that I'm gonna get trapped there. And what if it's just you don't know what it's like out there? It's scary.
Now, Greg, you work with a therapist, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm sure your therapist probably explained to you that there really isn't a need to be afraid of the forest, is there? I mean, has your therapist explained that to you?
They explained to me, but I don't know. I still think it's just better just to, I don't see what's wrong. Why can't I just stay away from the forest? I mean, it's not really harming anything. I mean, I just pick alternate routes if I have to like drive through a forest. I just go somewhere else. It's not like I have to. I mean, I can avoid it. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal.
But do you ever find that it impedes with your daily life? I mean, having to go pick out another route just to, get from point A to B, I mean, it surely wastes a lot of time, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess, but it makes me feel safer, and I don't know, I can do it, I think so. I mean, I'm trying therapy because I'm trying to make it go away, but I mean, every time I go, it just feels like it gets worse, and I don't know, I mean, I'm not sure why it's the big deal. It seems like it's really, like, it's my own personal problem that I should deal with, and it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Where are we? Where are we?
Okay, calm down. Alright, so where we are is we're at one of the cameramen's house. He lives in the forest, but it's going to be okay. It's only 4 o'clock. There's light. It's bright. We'll take you out of here.
Can we go back?
There's people everywhere. There's cameramen everywhere to take care of you. Your therapist is on call. So you just need to calm down right now, and we're just going to walk outside, and we'll go inside the house for a little bit, and we'll talk about what we're going to do, okay?
Can I just wait in the car?
We're just going to go very slowly to the house. It's 4 o'clock. It's still daytime. Don't worry. It's going to be okay, all right? Take a deep breath and take a step outside. Deep breath. Go straight to the door. All right, so right now we're right outside the door that Gregory is inside this room. We just had him sit down with his therapist. He was very, very concerned with the fact that we are in the forest. It is bright outside, but he was very worried, so we just had him sit down with his therapist, take a deep breath, work through his anxiety hierarchy at the lowest point, get back into sort of a state of meditation. So we're going to go in and talk to him, and hopefully we'll be able to bring him outside and see if he is able to do that. So here we go. Hi, Gregory. How are you feeling?
Not good.
Did you have a talk with your therapist?
Yeah.
And did you kind of work out a little bit of your anxiety?
I guess.
Now, is it okay if I ask you some questions about where we are?
Yeah.
Alright, so when we were driving up here, before we got out of the car, I let you know where we were, and you seemed very, very anxious.
Yeah, well, it's like 4 o'clock, and I mean, it's even darkish because it's raining. I mean, it probably will get dark like an hour earlier because of the rain. So I mean, it's bad enough as it is right now, but I don't even want to know what it's gonna be like in like an hour or so. So like, will we leave in like soon?
Yeah, we will. We'll leave before it's dark. Now,
how do people live here? I don't understand.
Well, see, Greg, when we drove down here, I told you that there were people everywhere. Your therapist is here. You got to talk with your therapist. There's cameramen here, and nobody is going to let anything happen to you. But do you still feel anxiety, even though there isn't really a danger with the forest?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's so much that could happen. I mean, sure, there's all sorts of people, but what if something happens to them, and then what if something happens to me? I mean, who knows what could happen? I mean, what if it gets dark and we lose the cameraman, and then we're alone, and there's no one here, and then, I don't know, just anything could happen.
Now, Greg, do you really think that all of that could happen?
Well, it could, yeah.
But are you just afraid to chance it, maybe?
Yeah, what's the problem with being, like, better safe than sorry, you know?
Alright. Now, Greg, what we actually want to do is we're going to take you outside, and I know your therapist has talked to you about it, and I talked to your therapist, and he said that you're a little worried, but again, we have people everywhere, and all of them are very familiar with the area. The cameraman who owns this house is here. He's waiting. He's here to make sure that nothing happens to you. So we're going to take a really short walk around the house. Do you think you can handle that?
Yeah, I can handle that. It's fine. Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. Can we just go now?
It's fine. We're going to walk up there. As you can tell.
I mean, haven't you got enough? You got so much stuff. Can we just go?
Gregory, it's really bright outside, okay?
It's not that bright.
Nothing's going to happen, we promise. There's people. The cameraman who owns this house is home. He's looking out for you. All of us are looking out for you. It's going to be okay. Just deep breaths. Just think of relaxation. Be calm. We promise nothing is going to happen to you as you take this walk, okay? Now, you're in a forest, but if you look up, there's a lot of open space, okay? So we're going to take this baby steps. There's a lot of open space. It is green, but it's bright. There's trees, but it's open. You'll be okay. So you can keep your eyes down if you need to, but just take deep breaths. Keep your eyes open. Keep looking around. Just walk slowly.
Okay, we've gone pretty far. Can we just I've conquered it. Let's go back.
All right, now take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, Gregory.
Okay, can we just you know what? Let's just come on. Let's go.
All right, Greg. So we're back in the studio now, and for your comfort, we've closed the blinds as well. So, can you just kind of give us basic feelings about what you just went through? Do you think it helped you at all? Nothing happened to you. So can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, nothing happened to me, so that was good. I mean, looking back, I kind of feel like it's crazy when I do these things, but I don't know. I feel like I have to. It's like when I get in the forest, it's just terrifying to me, and I feel like I have to just get out of there. I mean, I guess I know that I know it's not normal, I guess, that it's irrational or whatever, but it's not to me. It makes sense to me. It works for me, and I mean, so I guess that's why I was freaking out there, and I mean, I guess it helps to have something go like that and not have something bad happen, but at the same time, I'm still terrified.
Were you really scared when we went into the forest to begin with? I know you reacted quite badly when we first walked outside.
It was not as bad as I expected, actually, but eventually, because I kind of just, when we were just walking up, I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just relaxing, but then it kind of hit me where I was, and I was like, okay, I can't do this. I need to get out of there. So I bolted.
And can you tell me a little bit about your thought processes after you ran off and then just ran back into the car?
Well, I was pretty freaked out still, because I mean, I even though I was in the car, I was still kind of in the forest, you know, and I just kind of want to get back to back inside a house or back here, so I could just, I don't know, be away from all that, and I mean, it gets pretty dark outside as it was, so it was kind of bad.
And last question, Greg, would you undergo something like that again? Since you did mention that you think it was good for you to experience that and not be hurt, but would you do something like that again?
I don't want to, but it was the only way to help me, I guess.
Alright, so Gregory, thank you so much for your time. I hope that your experiences have been helpful, more than hurtful, and we apologize if we caused you any extreme anxiety, but we're really glad that you came to talk to us today, and good luck with all of your treatment.